Alright, we're gonna go over today. I overtraded again like yesterday. I think my balance might be up like $100 since yesterday, but it was once again I overtraded. We made a smooth. It was like, where was it? 464. We should have stopped there. All right. Then we lost 100. Then we made $22, bailed out on a trade because I wasn't sure if it was going to go through. I'm pretty sure that one actually went through too. 158, and then I was reversing the position, and every time I reversed it, I lost another 188, another 134, and then somehow got this plus 100. I don't even remember really making that, to be real. But demo account, no biggies. So let's just peep overall higher time frame structure. Alright, we're gonna get better, and we're gonna become better at trading, become better at discipline, and better at executing and taking clean setups that are in alignment with the draw and liquidity, the higher time frame draw and liquidity. Alright, so we got this big old weekly SMT, big boy. And then so if that goes to show for anything. And then we have these daily down close or order blocks, whatever you want to call them. So we were rejecting off of those for both cases, making sure everything's going smoothly up. And so this is the daily down close. We actually SMT'd this one right here. So we swept, SMT'd that one. These aren't the same ranges. This range is from this, but this got swept over here, so I don't really know if I should use this, but it is a OTE range, and there is another set of down closed candles right here that did get swept. So they both rejecting off some down closed, some daily down closed too, which is pretty good. And then we're in OT of this range. OT of this range also sweeping this low right here. So we're sweeping a low in an OTE daily range also. So pull the sweeps out. So we know we got some daily bullish order flow looking like we're in discount. Let's take longs. That's probably the best case scenario. And over here we swept all these lows too. So we switch over to a 4. The way I was kind of looking at it over here is this is kind of consolidation right here, from here to like over here. I mean, this is all basically consolidation. And yeah, so that's yellow. And then I used to mark up, these are my old boxes for marking up Asia, London. So London would be manipulation, so I go London over here. That does not mean that this is the London session though. That's just what the colors are. So we have this consolidation right here. We have these lows right here, double, triple stack lows. Took those out right here, reached in, took them out. And then so that's kind of showing that we're sweeping consolidation. We're going to get these orders from here up to there. That's what the big money did. And same over here, we took out some relatively equal lows. We got a low right here, a low right here, so we got some stacked relative equal lows that got swept over here as well. So yeah, we swept those. And then so let's just peep the overall order flow. Alright, I was coming correct on the order flow today. I should have done a little bit better at picking the external draw, which would have been this PM range for both of them. Actually, I mean, wow, it looks like they've got down cracking on the whole external ranges that were available. So yeah, no, only ES took out this PM and this New York and this London that were yet to get taken. Well, that London got taken out, but that New York and this PM got taken out. Asia SMT right here still. And we've been having an Asia SMT with that for a minute. Oh, no. Yeah, we just now took out Asia range right there. So, yeah, Asia SMT, a fresh one. We come down here. All right, so these are the daily order blocks that we're rejecting off of. So, this is hourly order flow. We have, this is the daily range. Asia opens up, OTE flow. Nothing says that we're really bullish on the 4-hour yet as far as closes, but we come up into this fair value gap. We could have kept on going down, but we left this fair value gap right here in OTE. So this is telling us, we're kind of flowing on some bullish order flow. All right, and you should have been taking draws only with the bullish order flow, but you were being a donut head. I just stole that word. Alright, so we got some, let's just go ahead and clean this up a little bit. So yeah, more bullish order flow that corresponds with the daily bullish order flow, the weekly SMT bullish order. So we have OT right here. We're respecting these hourly order blocks or fair value gaps. We barely tapped into that as far as the order block, not really. Right here we kind of tapped in, nah. Oh yeah, well this one did, but I mean, I wanted to see it close and then tap in, but it doesn't have to close necessarily before I guess it gets respected as an order block, I don't think, but mainly we're just looking at the OTE order flow. They both have a bullish fair value gap that got respected, and they kind of both put in a low to sweep as well, because this is technically a low, because this is a down close, this is an up close, so that's a swing low, this is a down close, this and then an up close, so this is a swing low, and it's getting swept simultaneously as the fair value gap is getting swept. And then we know that for shizzles that we close bullish when this swing high right here, because the up closed and then a down closed, when that gets closed over, and that's during the shadow realm, so that's before New York session even came in, we broke in bullish. So we broke bullish right there, broke bullish, so we respected bullish OTE, bullish fair value gaps, and we closed over these highs. So and then we took out this external range. How much more further could we draw? Well, by 8 o'clock we closed once again over this range. So when we closed over this range, where do you think we're going to draw to? Up in this fair value gap in reverse? I kind of thought that a little bit, to be real, and we did get some rejection right here, but no, we're going to target this external range right here. We swept all this consolidation, and now we're turning around, we're coming up here to target up here. So NQ took out this external draw beforehand. I should get better at calling the draw for the day and just sticking to the draw. Things that I did today, once again, were over traded. My first trade was a hit, and it was a little bit stressful because it was right before news, so it started consolidating for like 30 minutes. I swear I was in it, and I was like I was just having a good old time waiting for it to hit. I was like, is it gonna like give me my money, or is it gonna reverse on me? Anywho, so yeah, if I should have went with this being the external draw. And also another thing is there's this OTE flow that was respected, bullish OTE flow from the New York session, but we'll get into that later, because that's the second trade I should have took, and not these phony baloney trades. But so let's come to the 5 minute. Alright, so we got a daily bullish bias, we got an external draw. I really didn't have the draw though, I really just knew that we were bullish there and then. I should have been like, we're bullish and on the draw, but I just knew that we were bullish. I mean, we've been going up. So I think I took this trade right here, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And it was right before news. So it was kind of like sketchy to really take it right before news, but once again, demo account, don't really care. Alright, so we got a 5 minute breaker structure. Same over here. 5-minute breaker structure. Is this the trade? Or was it actually... I think it was this. It's either this one or that one. So let's go in. We're going to see. So we got a 5-minute breaker structure. Why wouldn't I have taken this 5-minute breaker structure and I wouldn't have took the other 5-minute breaker structure? I don't know why I didn't take this one, but then all of a sudden, 30 minutes before news, I was like, let me take this one. I don't know why, but that's the one I chose to take. It really wouldn't have made a difference. I was going to start trading. I should have started trading here, to be real. I was just kind of like, yeah, let me go ahead, get at it. So 5-minute breaker structure, pull back to equilibrium. We wicked it, and then now we just go in and look for a 1-minute inverse. And I mean, honestly, if you're making yesterday, I also got my first trade right, and I was up like 7, and then I decided to blow it. If I would have just kept yesterday's first trade and today's first trade, I would be up like a little stack of ruiners, almost about to passive fund it. So we come into equilibrium, we sweep some lows right here. And then we close bullish right here. So I wait for a 1-minute inverse. This was the 1-minute inverse. It was kind of far up there, and it was almost out the external range, but I still targeted 1-to-1 anyways. The real external range is the PM session, which is all the way up here yonder. Excuse me. I'm reading The Disciplined Trader. It's such a good read. I want to read Market Wizards next. Alright, so stop loss right here. Pretty big stop loss, but hey, that just means a pretty big play. And then take profit up here. And I'm pretty sure when I got into it, I must have gotten more like this or something, because I got in on show the executions. I got in on this candle because I bought when this one closed, and then I just remember my stop loss being like, what was the profit? My stop loss was right there, and the profit was 464. That means I dealt with a little bit of slippage. That means I really got in like right there, like at the top of this candle right here. And then boom, this was so stressful to deal with. So I bought in right here, dealt with all of this consolidation right here, and this is all consolidation because we got advanced GDP QQ, whatever that is, core PCE price index both of those were red folders at 8:30 though. Advanced GDP price index QQ, and then unemployment claims, which were, those two were orange folder. Then we had like 3 yellow folders. So yeah, we had a lot of news coming out at 8:30, every single color. And so we deal with pre-news consolidation, pre-8:30 consolidation. 8:30 happens, boom, we get this burst, and I thought it was gonna come up and hit my take profit instantly. Then we come down here, we sweep this low. I'm kind of freaking out. Then we get so close to hitting the take profit. I'm like, oh my goodness, yo. I'm like, just give me my money. Anywho, freaking come down here, we sweep a little bit more. I'm kind of stressed. Then these candles really got me. I was like, all right, like, what are you trying to do? When these ones got smaller too, I was like, all right, what are we trying to do? And then finally that 857 candle came in, and bloop. When that 857 candle came in, bro, I was like, oh my lord. I was like, thank God, yo. All right, and I should have been done there. I killed it. I already did my thing, yo. Like, there's really nothing else to ask for at that point. Why I kept on going, I should have read a book, to be real with you. I don't know. I overtraded and I lost the rest of my earnings later on. So and then if we keep on going, so not really even considering the fact that this was the external draw, I thought we were gonna get up in here and OTE and start selling off again. But I mean, I should have considered the higher time frame overall, daily order flow, order blocks being swept. This even looks like it could have been a sufficient move from here to here, because that's a pullback to equilibrium. We were still bullish. But I mean, honestly, I should have been done there and then still, regardless, even if this does look like a sufficient move. So probably didn't take that. Ignoring that, I just got out of a move. And then I was like, all right, I should just really have kept on going if I was going to keep on going. Probably took this, if this even is sufficient. Let's just look at it real quick. Just right after, just comes down, hits equilibrium. Doesn't really take out a low, but it takes out all this consolidation right here. And then when we close over this candle right here, that could have been a buy. And honestly, this would have been a way less stressful. Just we would no. Yeah, no, that one would have been solid. Oh, yeah, we would have had to deal with some stress for a little bit, but that one would have been solid. Bloop, on the way to the external daily draw of the day. Now, once this external draw was taken out on NASDAQ, I should have stopped because we already took out the PM session. And I was trying to trade all up in here. This is where I started to lose my profits. And I was just over trading. And why out of between ES and NQ, why would I be wasting my time up in here? We already took out this external range. We already took out Asia. I mean, like, what are we really going to draw to? We already took out 2 Asia sessions from the previous day. And so it's like, why am I still trading? And we're just in a premium and I'm trying to take longs and shorts. Really, no, I think I got effed up because I tried to take shorts over here. So I saw that we broke structure right here. And I'm thinking, all right, we have an SMT. NASDAQ took out this. ES still hasn't taken out. I'm thinking, all right, SMT divergence, 5-minute breaker structure. ES and OTE. Let's take shorts. Like a jackass. And, excuse me. And, yeah, that was kind of foolish of me. Because it's like, okay, we broke structure right here too. All right, neato. But I should really have been paying attention to? This OTE order flow with this order block. Pull back into OTE. Hit this order block right here. Swap liquidity. And then we switch back to the 5. And then 5-minute breaker structure right here. Breaker structure after sweeping OTE order block. And we still have the external draw that is yet to be met for ES. NASDAQ already took it out. So I was so hyper focused on NASDAQ that I really wasn't paying attention to how strong the bullish order flow was. And ES still. And I was over trading, taking all these low quality setups when I should have just been paying a little bit more attention to the NASDAQ. I meant to ES. Came in here, respected this 5-minute fair value gap. Kind of wicked this order block. Wick love. And came back to equilibrium. You know, swept this low at least that was near equilibrium, but it also had all this consolidation right here, and then swept it, and then we have a 1-minute close right here, and just the overall bullish order flow that was being delivered also right here with this fair value gap getting respected, which I could have just took a 2022 model off of that, to be real. But yeah, let's say I'm sticking to my model right here, 5-minute pull back to equilibrium, target external range, or just a 1-to-1. Really just a 1-to-1 is all we were needing to ask for. This would have been the second trade I should have took for the day, and the first one was good. That should have been my first and final, and I should have stopped. But this, if anything, should have been my second. We still have this external range to target. It's like a little bit more. Just go ahead and get the 1-to-1. That should have been the ender. But instead of paying attention to the quality order flow that was being presented in ES with an external draw that still was yet to be met, I was trying to take shorts and longs over here on NASDAQ when it already reached its external draw for the day. And then I took a nap right before the PM session because I was like, man, I was pooped. I was up some 7. Boxing last night, about to go box right now. And yeah, I was pooped. I woke up at like 5 this morning. I woke up when the sun came up. So by PM session, I was pooped. But I took these weak ass 5-minute breaker structures. Like a jackaloon, and I don't know why, because it just goes against what the whole draw of the day was, what was already the bias, and it was just over trading like a mother trucker. If anything, I should have just watched and observed, but I learned more from the losses than just sitting back and peeping time. So once again, another weak 5-minute breaker structure. We respected this fair value gap right here. I mean, it had to reach in and rebalance that. If anything, I could have took EQ long off of that, but really, PM started to come into play a little bit. We do all this, all right, then PM finally takes off. And right before it reaches its PM draw, because NASDAQ been took this out, so I should kind of guess ES is right behind on its tail if they're correlated indexes. So when we got this displacement right here, this could have been my third quality setup because we got the external draw to be met. So we got a 5-minute range right here, pull back to this fair value gap, which got respected, and same thing over here with Buddy. Even though this external range was already met, this is still very, very solid 5-minute range getting respected and fair value gap being met. So either or, but really with ES being the one that has not took out the external draw that PM session, that makes a little bit more sense. And yeah, it still hasn't took out the external draw. So we go down to the 1 minute, and plus on the 1 minute, the structure looks a little bit cleaner. We kind of just dance down here, consolidation a little bit, put some lows in, but also we have this low that we swept as a final finale before this reversal, including all the consolidation lows it put in on the way down. And this would have been a solid setup. So sweeps, and then right here, 1 minute breaker structure, buys right here, stop loss here, you know, a little PM pocket lint. Still would have been a higher quality probability setup though than the weak shorts I was trying to take prior or previous to PM. Same thing over here. Come in 1 minute. A swing up and a swing down. That's a swing high. 1 minute breaker structure right there. Say bottom right there with a little bit of slippage, of course, probably. Even with the most maximum slippage, I mean, that went straight to the draw. So 356. And since we were already so close to the external draw for ES, we could have took partials on the way up. Now the partials I don't really care for. I mean, if we can get a 1-to-1, that should be all I should be happy for. I don't need to be too greedy. But I mean, with this being a quality setup, quality 5-minute range, low swept, I mean, we could have left this running up to this external draw for the PM session. And that's probably where it's going if it's respecting bullish order flow and if it has any draw for the day. And we already saw NASDAQ take out this high, so it's already been foreshadowed. That would have been a solid game. But yeah, so don't overtrade. And if you're going to overtrade, take a quality setup. I mean, pay attention to ES and NASDAQ. Don't be hyper-focused on NASDAQ just because NASDAQ is NASDAQ. It really doesn't matter. If you want to risk more contracts on ES, that's the only really difference. And they're both correlated, and it had way better bullish order flow over here with the OTE. So pay attention to the OT being respected. Make sure you delete all these orders too before you act like you don't know what the hell just happened. But yeah, pay attention to hourly order flow. Pay attention to this, the external draw. I mean, look at this. We took all of these relative equal lows out, all this consolidation out, and then we target here. We broke on the hourly, and I mean, come on now, look at this. We broke on the hourly bullish. We even retraced back to the OT of this range, or even practically equilibrium of this range, and we switch over to the 4-hour, and we closed bullish like a mother trucker. So by 10 o'clock, I mean, you should have really known, all right, we're probably going to take out this high. We already have reached constant encroachment. Nope, we haven't reached constant. Well, right by here we reached constant encroachment of this wick. By then, you should already know. Look at the PM session is already starting in past constant encroachment of that wick. So you know if we're not going to reverse at equilibrium of that wick on the 4-hour, then by the time PM session is over here dancing, look at this, you should already been paying attention to. With that going right there, we're already past constant encroachment. Like, that would have been your last long right there. But you don't want to make sense, apparently, and you want to overtrade bad setups when you should just take the one and done setup. If you get a fire setup, boom, done. And then don't play any guessing games. And then if you really want to keep on going, take high quality setups. Do not play yourself a joke, bro. Pay attention. Quit being hyper focused on one index. Pay attention to both indexes. That's why they're right in front of your face. And just don't overtrade. Just stop when you're done. Watch the account grow. Right now, at least you're still a little green. So not really whatever. Just get better and better. I mean, come on now. You got to redefine. I'm a profitable trader who takes high quality setups, and I don't throw away my profits. I take my 1-to-1s and I'm done for the day. I take my first trade and I'm correct, and if I'm wrong, I take another. I take 2 trades maximum, 2 losses maximum a day, and I am done. 1 win on the first one, I am done. That's it. Alright, that's how we're rolling. High quality setups. You're only going to get better and better. Just pay attention to the daily draw, the hourly flow, the 4-hour flow, and just pay attention. It's really just pay attention. Pay attention and pay attention. Alright, you're going to be better trader by tomorrow after this.